Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new Kung Fu Panda commentary. I have with me two very special guests. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Nope. Okay, fine.
Well, I'm Berserker 88.
I think I'm still Green Giant, I'm not really sure.
And I decided to use both Berserker and George for this, since this is now the crew that will be on a lot of the Kung Fu Panda stuff from now on. That includes my eventual commentary of the third film, and of course the soundtrack. But for now, we're looking at this special Secrets of the Scroll, which I was really looking forward to, both because of its content. It is in fact about the origins of the Furious Five meeting up and all of that, and it was just new content, so that was always nice to see. So, Berserker, what are your thoughts on the special?
Well, first of all, I want to point out that little thing with the radish right there. That was a nice little reference.
Yeah.
But I do think this is probably the best short so far.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the animation's actually the best. The story is the most interesting, and it is probably the funniest as well. Also, a nice little touch on the wall there. We can still see those portraits from the other films.
Oh, cool.
So, George, since the last time we recorded the Kung Fu Panda video, which is about 2 years ago at this
Many
point,
moons ago.
what is your? Are you still kind of into the franchise? Do you still think it's good?
I still like it. I haven't seen anything of it for a while, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I'm still into it, definitely. I get it more now.
Oh, look at Mr. Pig's face. It's so cool.
No.
Still gone.
I've noticed a recurring thing of things falling on people's head a lot so far.
I don't think that's a theme. I just think it's a coincidence.
Well, I said thing, not theme.
I love the fact that all the original cast... Ironically, all the original cast are in this besides Angelina Jolie, but I didn't realise Tigress has one line in this entire thing. The adult Tigress has one line in the entire short, and it sounds so much like her, it might as well just be her. It's in fact Kari Walgren who plays her in the show, and I don't understand why she doesn't use that voice instead of the shitty one she gave her in the show.
Yeah, but this voice is very obviously not Tigress.
It sounds a lot like Tara Strong.
Who is it? Is it Tara Strong?
No, I don't know who it actually is. It's someone that
I see we're well prepared for this.
Yeah, shut up.
As always.
Well, I'm glad people didn't hear the kerfuffle we had before this.
How long did we spend trying to set up? Too long.
This is kind of a semi-sequel to the Secrets of the Furious 5 short, actually, in terms of Tigress's character development.
And it's also basically a prequel to the films, just everything.
There's something that I really like about the short, even the Secrets of the Masters, which is terrible. Okay, not terrible. The fact that it was all in continuity. It all makes sense within the grand scheme of the plot. Also, be prepared to see that running animation for Tigress over and over again. It looks awkward as fuck.
Which is kind of the point.
Yeah, I suppose that's the point. I love how they get so lazy with naming the masters. This is Master Mongrel, because you guessed it.
What an unfortunate name.
Master Boar. Okay, he's not Master Boar, he's just Boar. Ironically, him saying I am Boar is a good indication of how good a villain he is. I am Boar.
I feel like they knew that he wasn't going to get much screen time, so they just wanted to make him as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah, I know. His teenage Poe, still voiced by Jack Black, which is fucking cool.
I love that little cowlick on his head.
Yeah. I remember when I was a teenager, I looked like that. I meant Mr. Ping, by the way, not Poe.
It was a weird time.
I love Teenage Poe, he's so cool. In being a dork, obviously. I love that, he just flies away, he's like, well, that's gone. Actually, in terms of the three shorts, this is probably the most basic plot out of all of them. It is just, a guy's coming, we have to stop him, basically. George, can you hear what's going on, kind of?
Very vaguely.
A guy's coming to destroy the valley, and Shifu has to stop it.
Well, I think the flashback made that kind of obvious. I am Boar! I love this goose.
I think it's supposed to be Zeng. It's not though.
I don't think Zhang was this sarcastic.
I think the word is sassy you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, teenage Poe. Oh.
So I love how that goose just watched Poe sneeze into the food and apparently he was fine with it.
I like the fact that he gives Shifu some off food, but Uguay's eating just fine. It's the same food as well. Also, I want to bring back an old joke that me and George used to say when we did the original commentaries for Kung Fu Panda. Randall Duck Kim is reprising his role as Uguay. I used to call him Randall Dick Cum because I didn't know what his actual name was.
I forgot about that.
Poor guy.
Yeah, first he dies. I mean, not the guy, but fuck, I meant the character.
Oh, there's another running joke.
Yeah.
Interesting thing to write on the grave.
Shifu kind of looks like Yoda here.
A little bit, yeah. See what I mean about that running animation? Oh, this is like one of the clips they released before this came out. I absolutely love this clip so much. It's the very Banjo-Kazooie noise that was. Mr. Ping is such a bitch in this fucking shot. So, the animation so far, George, what do you think of the animation?
It looks pretty great, I'm not gonna lie.
I love the hand-drawn style of this. I like the fact that they're using it to highlight flashbacky stuff, which is kind of cool.
This scene is just kind of brilliant for reasons that will be seen later.
This is actually, no joke, this is how my work experience went at secondary school. I'm a comedian. I'm none of the other things. I don't know, I'm a pretty good dancer. Should see me ghost ride the whip.
Don't even want to picture that.
Dropping it.
Fuck you.
Dropping it like it's hot.
Nice save, Poe. I would just like to point out, if I'm starting to sound a little bit strained, you should see the position me and George are in to fucking record this. This is agony.
We should take a picture and put it in. Hang
My
on.
ribs.
Hang on.
Well, it's okay. We only got like 20 more minutes of this.
Hang on.
Alright, I get it. Hang on.
That's efficient.
Selfie.
There we go. Yeah.
He's just taking a selfie of us.
We'll put it in the video. Oh, thank God for that.
Oh, it's stretching
You've
up.
had your elbow in my knee for the last few minutes.
Well, I'm still talking about the short, by the way, so I mean, I don't know about you.
Sorry, what?
I said I'm still paying attention to the short.
I am as well,
We're
but
trying.
We're trying. I love the little bubbles coming out. It's very, again, like I like the fact that the direction of the franchise is going really cartoony, very Looney Tunes-esque.
I can say
I love
that.
the fact that Uguay is just watching Shifu suffer with like the smuggest fucking face of all time.
Which makes a certain bit near the end very great.
Yeah. I love these guys. Just little Shifus. Fucking hell, Crane was young and crazy. Look at that hair.
Which is weird, because he looks younger here than he did in Secrets of the Furious 5.
Did he have his hat in that shot?
I think he did.
I don't remember. There needs to be a short about how Crane got his hat. That is clearly the important plot point.
It's like, what the hell just happened?
Now, something I'll criticise this short for, it is a kind of a minor thing to make fun of it for. The fact it is just telling us the same message we have heard in basically every single film and short is just be yourself. Oh, I got a really bad sheep pun in there. Jesus. Just covered in the blood of my enemies. Now, is this Jackie Chan voicing Monkey, or is it his son? His son voiced him in the 5 short.
Probably that.
See what I mean about that animation? How awkward was that fucking transition, George?
It's definitely special.
In a nice bit of continuity, Viper's father here is actually voiced by the same guy who voiced him in the 5 short. Fuck you, Crane. You played by David Cross, you douche. By the way, this serves as both an origin story for the Furious 5, and it has kind of a nice... It's kind of to me anyway. I think it's kind of a nice kind of. It's a nice story about how Tigress becomes that confident kind of character she becomes later.
This is my favorite scene right here.
Yeah, I love this. See what? To me, that's why that fucking animation looks. It's meant to look awkward, but it makes me cringe every single time I see it. It just looks so unnatural. Reminds me of many sports days at school.
That's better. It's almost kind of depressing seeing Tigress this happy.
What?
I mean, considering.
Sorry, George, I laughed right in your ear then.
It's fine, I've got sort of this headphone blocking everything.
Why is it so depressing, Steve?
In hindsight.
Why?
Well, seeing how she is now. Or how she used to be, rather.
Well, considering what she came from, this is an improvement.
I just kind of had the feeling that this isn't going to last.
Alright. Bringing the group down. Mr. Berserker Bummer. Honestly, I think it's a little bit weird that Mantis is just kind of accepted as part of that group, despite the fact he has never talked to them before now.
I find it weird that they brought him in as the doctor, even though he's never done it before.
I love the fact Shifu's eye is like that, considering what we just saw.
He's got like a permanent eye twitch.
That was a very Family Guy cutaway.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Uruguay.
Shut it, Uguay.
I love the fact that Shifu just basically says to Uruguay, be quiet. So, Steve, it's probably more a question for you than George, because George is trying to watch the short. But where do you want another short? Where do you want that to go? What do you want it to show? Because I would like to see maybe a story about how Shifu became that character he is.
Oh yeah, it's like the only one who doesn't have a real backstory.
Not the grumpy character, because we already know that. I mean, like the bit before that.
Yeah.
Bitch! I remember when the synopsis for this came out on the Kung Fu Panda wiki, and I was reading what happened in the short, and I'm like, holy fuck, yes, it's basically a story about Tigress, with Poe's kind of not really in it that much. It is, I don't know, I just like the fact she's kind of got a thing to herself, because she's my favourite character.
It is pretty nice. And it's like this whole thing is just a massive parallel to Poe's story from the first movie.
Which, actually, you said it's depressing in hindsight. It is actually kind of, like, they use the same imagery from the first film. Like, this shot is basically a shot from the first film.
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of a little bit kind of weird in hindsight that she is taught a lesson that she berates Poe for in the first film. Mr. Pink doesn't give a shit about bad reputation, but a bad reputation. Just having a reputation is good enough for him. Very much the Donald Trump of geese.
Oh, poor guy.
Is it just me, or I really want noodles now?
Well, bigger than you.
Yeah, Mantis is now immediately friends with them. That's a cool shot. Now, I've seen this, but I get a feeling she's going to die here.
What?
Steve? She's going to die here. She's not in any other films.
Oh, that makes sense.
I love that. Sorry, I love the fact that in the version we're watching, Steve, at this point in the thing, you start moving about
Yes,
on the screen.
my computer kind of fucks up the thing, but yes. I wasn't going to point it out, but...
I know, but it was just so funny.
Would have ruined the drama.
That's really surreal that I do that. He's so fucking fat that when he gets punched, she flies back.
He's so strong that once he punches him, it makes the screen move.
Yeah. He punches so hard he makes Power DVD stop working. So we're kind of nearly at the end of this short, actually. So maybe it's time we start wrapping up, just so we can leave a bit more cleanly than we usually do. So would you like to go first, Steve?
No.
Okay. You threw me off there because I was expecting you to say yes.
Oh, you know I'm really bad at wrapping things up.
Okay. Now, that's the thing you two have in common. You're both really bad at it. Okay.
And
I really, really enjoy this short. It's kind of a nice little origin story for some characters that don't get nearly enough screen time, and has a nice little character arc that plays the strengths of that the film has. And also, when I first watched this was such a cool moment. It really is.
And it all comes together.
By the way, Poe's reaction here was my reaction. In a minute, just give it a second. Obviously, if I was a furry, this next one will be mine. So overall, do we think this short's really good? Yeah.
Yes, I think we made that clear.
What do
pretty
you
good. I mean, I'd have to watch it probably properly, like on my own,
to
really
know what's
appreciate
going
it.
on?
But from what I can see, it looks pretty great.
And thus the fan base summed up. That is a really cool lead into the first film, actually. I kind of like that.
It really is. And they just leave him there.
Yeah, and this is such a funny payoff. Oogway, you smug prick.
The Fabulous Five.
I demand that be their name from now. Or the Forensic Five is better.
Or is it like the CSI China version?
Always with the machete, that one. So is this supposed to imply that he hasn't used it since Tai Lung?
Probably.
Oh god, George, I just remembered that conversation we had on that bench once. I'm not saying it on here, I'll explain to Steve afterwards. Oh god.
Okay.
It's related to that training hall, trust me. It's weird.
Oh dear.
It was a weird conversation we had once.
Oh, I can't watch this again.
I'm not sure I want to know this.
Again, it's nice Seth Rogen reprises his role to say about 5 lines in the entire thing.
He's a lad.
A lad. Oh, that sounded really weird. Don't say it again. I immediately accept all of you, except you, Tigress. You have to work. You've had to work years for my respect.
And you, Uwe, piss off.
Now, me and Steve already talked about this on Skype, but there's a little plot hole with this, kind of. Because he has the Tigress one in 3, but he gives them away now. Although that shows how sad we actually are that we talked about that plot point for about half an hour.
Well, no, I think someone else pointed out, but that it's actually a different figure.
Well then,
That's what I was telling you.
well don't I look fucking silly?
Nothing new.
Oh, it's the Kung Fu Panda 2 come all over again.
Oh! No, the worst thing is the original commentary that me and George did. I cried in it. So awkward. No one's ever seeing that original commentary ever again.
No. Notice that Robert kid actually sounds very Chinese. Or Asian.
Well, I'd hope so. See, that one line is Kari Walgren. This whole sentence is Kari Walgren, not Angelina Jolie. Seems kind of pointless, but okay. And that is the end of the Secret of the Scrolls commentary.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story. Would you like to just give a quick sum up, George? Or you...
I can't really say that much about it, apart from it.
Cool! Why are you even here?
Other than you didn't really see it.
Okay, we'll see you all next time when we do the Kung Fu Panda 3 commentary, and maybe we'll be doing the soundtrack review first, I don't really know. So we'll see you next time for that.
That's it.
Okay, bye.